Alrighty guys, so after you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the description down below and check out the Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! Amazon page for all of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs. What's going on everyone? So, in today's video, as you guys can see, I'm going to be giving you guys my masked hero deck profile for the link format. After I took my hero deck to regionals, a lot of you guys were curious about how the deck played out and what my list exactly looked like, because a lot of you guys are huge hero fans and you OG subscribers already know my channel pretty much blew up when I was playing heroes and got 69th at nationals with the deck, which was nationals 2015, that is. Now I will say at the regionals this deck played extremely well, but since it's Zodiac format, if you're not playing Zodiac, you're not going to have a good time. But with that being said, I believe the deck is really solid, and in a format where Zodiac does not exist, this deck would do amazing. Now, as a disclaimer, please do not come in the comment section after I post the video if the ban list drops tomorrow or whenever the ban list drops saying, hey Chris, do you have an update for the hero deck? Because more than likely, unless the ban list gives us Stratos, I will not have an update to the hero deck. And that's just simply due to the fact that Heroes is obviously not going to get hit on the Konami ban list, so it's one of those decks that you can build right now and you're safe from the ban list. So let's begin. I'm going to start off with the main deck, extra deck and side deck. 3 Shadow Mist, staple. I mean, OCG has one and it's really good, so it's staple at 3. 1 Blaze Man and 2 Vision Hero Vine. Now let me explain this. Now, this list was inspired from the recent builds that have topped in the OCG. See Vision Hero Vion. His effect pretty much reads, when he's no more special, you can send 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Vision Hero Vion once per turn. And then you can banish 1 hero monster from your graveyard, add a polymerization from your deck to your hand. Now, I don't run polymerization in this deck, but you're mainly going to use him to dump Shadow Mist. Why you want to dump Shadow Mist is simply due to the fact that you can add your Blaze Man, you can add another Vion, and you can add your Honest Neos. So, and Blaze Man is the same concept. Now, the reason why I run 2 Vions and 1 Blaze Man is similar to the fact that pretty much if you you can e-call the Blaze Man, but you can only roll the Vion because he's not an elemental hero. He's just a vision hero, so you gotta keep that in mind when playing his deck. But overall, you play him, you dump that, you get Honest Nails. He's a 3500 beat stick. Play Blaze Man, drop Shadow Mist. Blaze Man is a 3700 beat stick to get over anything, so that's a really good play to use. Very solid and very good. 1 Goblinberg, just for those times you can just bring out the Goblinberg Shadow Mist combo, and it helps you get your Excalibur. You only need 1, honestly speaking. Yes. So 2 Summoner Monk. Now in the OCG they have Stratos. TCG we don't have Stratos, so we gotta find something to play. And 2 Summoner Monks honestly is a good way to take that play, because Summoner Monk starts your deck. You could pitch your Hero Lives, bring out your Shadow Mist to get the ball rolling. And sometimes, heck, you can pitch the Summoner Monk, pitch the Hero Lives to bring out Vion, to dump your Shadow Mist, to add your Honest Neos if you already have a mass change in your hand, simply due to the fact that you can't spam the field like you want to with XYZs anymore. So you gotta try to get creative and unique. And plus he can kind of help you bring out link monsters. 1 BLS. Now a lot of you guys are probably gonna say, why the BLS? Well, OCG ran it, so I ran it. But pretty much the BLS is really good because almost everything in this deck is light and dark. And since Dark Law doesn't have things like Raffasilia and Trito to back them up anymore, this is a follow-up play to help you OTK is really great. And in testing, it was pretty much never dead and it was always live. 1, 2 Honest Neos instead of 3. 3 is too much. I tested 3 online. 1 is too little, so 2 is the magic number for me. Sometimes you can open up 2 and you can just do good, but it's never dead, honestly speaking, surprisingly. 1 Maxi. 1, 2, 3 Ghost of Snow Rabbit. Now this is for the format. Now post Zodiac getting banned, and depending on what Konami or Komani that is, as I should say, do with True Dracos, these ratios may vary, but this is right now just mainly for the format. Maxi is always going to be ran until he gets banned, unfortunately. 1 Raigeki, because it's a staple. Why would not run Raigeki? 1 Soul Charge for those times when your opponent plays Solemn Strike in your Shadow Mist, and you need to bring them back to make your Dark Law. 1, 2, 3 Mass Change because it's part of the deck. 1 Roller for consistency. 1, 2, 3, call for consistency. Help you unbreak them hands. 3, a hero list for consistency. You hero players already know what that does. 2, powder desires. First time playing heroes ever with powder desires. It was lit. Sometimes I wish I ran a third. I wanted to see it every game. Sometimes you'll have a play where it's like you have Vion in hand and he desires, and even though you probably want to try to draw into a Shadow Mist or hero list with your desires, it's always best to play your Vion and dump your Shadow Mist first. Simply due to the fact that I had a match today where I played desires, banished all 3 Shadow Mists, and it was not a good time. I pretty much lost that game. 1, 2, 3 Cosmic Cyclone for the format. These could be MSTs or Twin Twister depending on the format you're in, but very solid. Cream de la cream. 1, 2, 3 back to the front. Now back to the front replaces Call Lahana in the hero deck simply due to the fact that you can be MST'd, and then not to mention they come back in defense, and it's pretty much a safe. It's a more of a fair version of Monster Reborn, honestly speaking. So mine not running at 3. You can play your Vion, sing your Shadow Mist, search your Honest Neos, set the back to the front on your opponent's turn, activate back to the front, bring back Shadow Mist, get your mass change, and get the ball rolling. And then the Solemn Brigade because you need protection for Darklaw. Extra deck. Now the extra deck is going to vary once again depending on the format, but you're going to earn your staples. 1, 2 Darklaw and 1 Anki. I'll explain it later. 1 Koga for those times you back to the front, back your Honest Neos, and you want to try to go some OTK plays with mass change. I like Koga, I've always ran them. 1 Decode Talker because surprisingly, since you run Summoner Monk, you can make him sometimes. Haven't made him yet, but in theory he's pretty good. This is straight out of the OCG. Utopia Prime, Utopia Lightning. For those games that when they kill Darklaw, both your Darklaws and you have nothing else, Utopia Prime is live. Abyss Dweller because I just had it in there just for the sake of having something in there. Excalibur, Direwolf. Now Direwolf is a staple, I will say. I ran him I use him a lot. That's simply due to the fact that since you can't span a board with Link monsters no more, sometimes you want to get rid of stuff before you bring out your Darklaw. So you can bring out Direwolf, pop an opposing threat monster, then bring out your Darklaw and try to do damage. So Direwolf is definitely a staple in heroes right now, in my personal opinion. 1 Trident, I'll explain him later. 1 Castel, 1 Ibby World Child's Priestess, and 1 ABC Buster Dragon. Now, side deck, I'm just going to go straight to why I ran those, like the ABC Buster Dragon, the Ib, and the Trident. 1, 2, 3 Ghost Reaper and 1 of Cherries, because he's awesome. I run these 3 cards to pretty much help for my Ghost Reaper to try to screw over meta decks and just beat them. When I played against Zodiac, I did not open up to this, and it pretty much just beat me down with the Trident. But Trident was never dead because, ironically speaking, Monk helped me bring out Trident a few times in the tournament today. Unfortunately, bringing out 1 Trident against a Zodiac player does nothing. 1, 2, 3 Twin Twisters for the Rogue players and Burn. 2 Dark Hole for Zodiac, Dinosaurs, anything that's Rogue. 3 Mirror Force for the same thing. You can use these going second against Zodiac, siding out your Solemn Strikes to have you have something against a powerful field. Caught a few players off guard with this today. 1 Dimensional Barrier will be 3 if I had 3. But going out of the Zodiac format, if they do hit Zodiac like they should, this card might not be needed. I mean, you guys can make the educated guess on that one. 2 Unending Nightmare because it's a broken card. Yeah, it's pretty good against Pendulum decks, and I predict if Zodiac ever get hit, or if someone was going to play a Pendulum deck, like a Rogue player, it'd be really good. I mean, overall, and not to mention it's also good when people side deck cards in Anti-Spell, Fragrance, like those dumb cards. And 1 Gamma Seal for if I played against True Draco. Unfortunately, I didn't play against True Draco. But yeah, man, overall, this deck was pretty solid. I definitely give it a good 7 out of 10. It wasn't like the best deck in the world, because I did have some drawbacks when I played against dinosaurs in general. And because in the new dinosaur decks nowadays, players are abusing that double evolution peel combo, banishing the 1 guy that specials himself when he's banished to just try to OTK you very powerful and pretty much put in some heavy damage. But outside of dinosaurs, I can pretty much spam and just break the meta. This deck is pretty solid, and the OCG is doing fairly well considering everything that heroes have been through over years. So, with all that being said, this is Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh's hero deck I played at the North America WCQ, at the September Zodiac Regionals 2017, Rosemont, Illinois. Subscribe if you haven't. Post your thoughts about this deck list in the comment section down below. Any changes you have made, etc., etc. And like I said, if you subscribe if you haven't, Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing out. Peace.